Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will explain to you how to make the F conditional sentences. There are 4 types of them and each one expresses a different degree of probability. So make sure to watch this video until the end. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so I send you notifications every time I upload a new video. Conditional sentences contain 2 clauses, the conditional clause or the F clause and the consequence clause or the main clause. Use a comma after the F clause only when it precedes the main clause. Here are the 4 types of them, and now let's take a look at each type in more details. The zero conditional sentences. When using this, use the simple present tense in the conditional clause or the F clause and in the main clause. These type of sentences are used to refer to general truth, situations that are real and possible, or to give instructions. For example, if you heat water, it boils. The F clause is if you heat water. The main clause is it boils. And I added a comma because the F clause precedes the main clause. You can write it this way: the water boils if you heat it. There is no comma because I started with the main clause. Here is another example to refer to real and possible situations. If it rains, I get wet. And here is another example to refer to giving instructions. If Dad calls, tell him to call me. Since instructions are given, the main clause is an imperative sentence. The main clause here is tell him to call me. Type 1 conditional sentences are used to refer to a possible condition and its results are likely to happen in the future. You're going to use the simple present tense in the F clause and the simple future in the main clause. For example, if you take the medicine, you will feel better. If you work hard, you will succeed. So, the zero conditional sentences results are guaranteed, but results in type 1 conditional sentences are likely to happen, and that is why we use the simple future in the main clause. Type 2 conditional sentences are used to express outcomes that will not happen. Use the simple past in the F clause and use would plus the base form of the verb in the main clause. For example, if I won the lottery, I would buy a fancy car. But I did not win the lottery. If I spoke Chinese, I would be working in that company. But I don't speak Chinese. And notice here, I used would be plus the verb and ing. So this is another form that you can structure to use type 2 conditional sentences. The main clause can never happen here because the F clause did not happen. And it's very common to use I wear in type 2 sentences. Type 3 conditional sentences are used to express a past regret about something which did not happen in the past. Use the past perfect in the F clause and use would, have, and past participle in the main clause. For example, if you had studied harder, you would have passed your test. So I'm showing regret about something that did not happen in the past. You did not study hard. So if you had studied harder, you would have passed your test. Well, that's it for now. Let's just wrap up. The F conditional sentences contain 2 clauses, F clause and main clause. If you want to refer to a general truth, use present simple tense in both clauses. If you want to refer to possible condition and its probable result, use the present simple tense in the F clause and the future in the main clause. If you want to refer to a hypothetical condition and its probable result, use the past in the F clause, would, and the base form of the verb in the main clause. And finally, if you want to refer to unreal past condition and its probable past results, use the past perfect in the F clause, would, have, and past participle in the main clause. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you in my next video.